Hello, I'm Susan Peters. The family dinner table. It's a place where conversations happen, laughter erupts, traditions are formed, values are cemented, and of course, recipes are handed down. Welcome to the family dinner table. This month's guest is Katharine Elder, the executive chef and owner of Elderslie Farm. Katharine is dedicated to building community through food. Her culinary education began in her own family's kitchen and vegetable garden, as well as many family travels. Hear her family story on this episode of The Family Dinner Table.
The Family Dinner Table is made possible in part by the following.
For 100 years and counting, Dillon's has been a brand name backed with a promise. A promise made to our associates, customers, and communities we serve to be there for you, to share a family meal and to feed the human spirit. We thank you for your support and the wonderful times we have shared. We all have our special memories when we hear the words, "That's my Dillon's."
Offering more than 60 brands to choose from, refrigeration, dishwashers, cooking and laundry to outdoor appliances and grills, Metro Appliances and more has something for every need and every budget. In store or online, Metro Appliances and more.
The Spice Merchant since 1980, Wichita's original gourmet coffee roaster. Coffee and tea from around the world. Enjoy our full line of functional and fun accessories. Located 4 blocks east of Washington on Douglas.
McClelland is a proud sponsor of PBS Kansas, specializing in theater quality audio and video, cinematic lighting, smart home integration, and seamless surveillance, all in the comfort of your home. More information can be found at macsound.com. The Culinary Arts program at Butler Community College, where foods of the world, cooking techniques, and exceptional learning create 100% job placement rates for students. Changing lives through cooking. More at butlercc.edu. ABC Fine Wines and Spirits offers a unique winery experience, sophisticated and complex bourbons, and a wide variety of beers. More information at abcdiscountliquor.com.
Welcome once again to the Family Dinner Table. I am here today with Katharine Elder. She is from Elderslie Farms here in Wichita, which I didn't know too much about. So tell us a little bit about Elderslie Farms.
Yeah, we've been there about 10 years now. When my husband and I got married, he had moved back to pursue just making something out of the stuff of this land. And my invitation came through hospitality, and I quickly found myself in the kitchen. We and my family growing up prioritized the family table in a big way. The culinary arts has always been a passion of mine, and so at Elderslie we strive to kind of marry those two and showcase local ingredients. What we have
locally grown ingredients.
Yes, we have an incredible base of local growers now who are, okay. Oh man, the stuff that's coming out of the ground these days in Kansas is really incredible.
Stuff that's coming from the ground in Kansas. I love that. That could be a slogan.
Yeah.
And so you're cooking something very French for us today.
Yes.
Chicken Provencal.
Yes.
Did I say that correct?
Provencal.
Oh, I'm sorry. I have to have the accent. What does Provencal mean anyway?
Provencal is just from the region of Provence, which is the southern bit in France.
Even having been from the southern region of France, this is something your family gathered around the dinner table when you were young, and now you serve your own children.
Sure, I serve, we traveled a good bit growing up, and I had an opportunity to go a few times to France, and we still have, my parents will invite us over for a Paris lunch. And Paris lunch is cheese, bread, salad, and maybe a little bit of meat. But a Paris Sunday dinner, cheese, bread, salad, and a little bit more meat.
And a little bit more meat.
So we've just made a Provencal dish. It's more of a traditional braised chicken dish that we're gonna add some olives, some herbs, and then with some crispy potatoes, and
then we'll be good to go.
We'll be good to go.
The thing about this dish, from what Katharine tells me, it's that it's a way of cooking as an event. We'll get to that when we get over to the kitchen. In other words, she's not going to just show us how to make chicken Provencal. Did I say it right?
So close.
Okay, so close. But she is also going to show us how to have a traditional method of eating. So not only the food, but how are we going to eat it? Let's get cooking.
Let's get cooking.
So I am so excited about not only what we're making, which is chicken Provencal.
Yes.
Did I pronounce
Yes.
that correctly?
Yes.
Which is a French dish. But also, Katharine's going to tell us about how to eat Sunday dinner and how her family ate Sunday dinner, which is very important around the family dinner table. So you went to market first, right? So you go to the market, the fresh market.
Yes, you go to the market
On Sunday.
Or Saturday.
Or Saturday.
But typically, you're at the grocery store every day,
Right,
buying
right.
whatever
Buying,
you're going to
yeah.
eat that day. But you go to market, you get all your things, fresh bread, cheese, whatever everyone's made, and take little bits of it home, rest a bit, and then before you ever start cooking, you get out the cheese.
You
And
get out the charcuterie board.
And you pour the wine, and you cut the bread, and you, this charcuterie board, our cheeses have been largely inspired by the French Old World style of the farmstead cheeses, a goat brie, and then a 12-month aged Gouda.
I love goat
Before
cheese.
you ever start into your cooking,
You put this out.
You put this out.
And you
so,
gather the family around,
Yes.
or how's that work?
Oh, everybody just appears, and then the cheese disappears.
And then,
And
so while you're cooking,
yes.
you get to eat the crackers and the
Yes.
incredible goat cheese, by the way. This
Yes.
is incredible.
And typically served with a honey or a salami. We have ours with some crackers, grapes, olives. But it just gives, we all know how impossible it is to wait for dinner, so you don't have to.
You don't have to.
Just,
It makes it an event
yes.
instead of just, okay, here's
Yes.
your dinner.
Yes.
It's an event.
Yes, and
All
within
right.
the family, it makes it so that the people who are interested in the cooking get to cook, and the people who are interested in the cheese get to sit on
And
the end of the
eating,
counter and
and
eat.
you talk.
But everybody's still together, and
Still
it's just
together.
a wonderful way to do that.
Get
so,
started. Okay.
While everyone is getting started in cheese, the designated person, which today is me,
We're going to make chicken Provencal.
yes, and
so
this
how
is
do you do
this is going to be. We're going to start with just
Let's show this
some
chicken over
some
here.
seasoned chicken.
And those are thighs. Why do you cook with thighs?
These are thighs. They're bone in. They're skin on. They just have a little more flavor.
Okay. And you just put salt
Particularly,
and pepper on
yep,
them.
just salt and pepper. And then we're going to put a little of. I'm going to use avocado oil actually in my pan. Just it's a little more neutral.
But
Typically,
you can
I
use
cook
olive
with
oil if you don't have avocado oil.
absolutely.
Oh,
Yep.
Okay. We have to tell the people what they can. Whoa, there you go.
And you will not want to serve the cat.
And so you put a little olive oil in.
Yes, just a little
Your
oil in the
thighs
pan.
are salt and peppered.
Yes, and then we're gonna put these in the pan, skin down.
Now, why do you do it skin down? Because this is the second chef I've heard that say skin down.
If you start them skin down, you'll get a crispier skin in the finish. These are gonna go into the oven in the pan, and so it just gives a little bit of brown on the skin,
That
so
actually
you get a
stands
crispy
to reason.
skin.
Okay.
And then also it'll pull any of the fat that's stuck under that skin.
Okay,
and-
that stands to reasons. Okay, so
Yes, there you go,
There you
skin
go.
down, yep.
skin down for
Just
the thighs.
Get them in the pan.
And how long will? And obviously you're going to turn them over in a few
Yes.
minutes or
Yep.
whatever.
Yep.
But All right.
But honestly, 3 to 5 minutes while they're here, like
that
this
all?
is just fine.
Okay.
And then we're gonna take this away.
And then what else do we put in here
And
while
then-
these are cooking? Oh, she has to wash her hands. You know, every
It's
good
true,
chef
yes.
washes between.
So while these are cooking, rather than prepping everything in advance, we're going to go ahead and cut up part of an onion or a shallot. Any allium works great. Onion, shallot.
Any allium?
Yes. Any
What does allium
An allium,
mean?
the allium
It's the
family
onion family?
is the onion family. So
Really?
it's shallot, garlic, leek. Particularly as we
Really?
get into the fall,
Right.
there's a lot of lovely leeks around.
Leeks.
You can just
Is
chop
fennel
up
in
the
that
leeks.
family as
the
well?
fennel behaves a lot like an
Yeah, it
allium
does, yeah.
because of its growth habit,
But it doesn't taste like
it will not taste like an onion.
All right. So we're going to cut this, and while you're cutting,
Yes.
the family's around eating the salami and the cheese and the crackers.
Yes, and we're saying, how was your day and what happened with your homework and why didn't you do it? No, just
Right, right.
No,
Tell
but
me
it's-
about your homework. What do you have to have done? And-
Yeah, or any fun ideas or growing up at our house, it was a lot of what else could we put in or how could
Was
we do it
it?
differently? Or,
Was it?
oh, yes.
Okay, so a half of an onion
Yes, half of an onion.
sliced, and then the lemon is, how do you do that?
Just half of an onion.
Sliced.
Sliced,
Yeah.
yes.
And then the lemon, I noticed though, you just sliced and squirted a little, and then
I
put it
did.
in.
I squeezed it on its way in so that to get some of those juices out.
But you still have the rinds on there.
Yes.
Okay,
Yep.
so you keep the rinds on.
Yes.
Okay.
And then I'm going to pop these olives in. These are Castelvetrano olives, a green olive.
A green olive.
This kind of thing can be done with a jar of mixed Spanish olives, Greek olives, Kalamata olives, really
right.
capers, caper berries.
Capers are good too.
Yes,
And if
or
you get the
if
big
you're-
capers, they're
Yes, or if you're a tomato person, this is the sort of thing where, again, you've just gotten home from market. So what did everyone have? Did they have eggplant? Great, you're putting eggplant
You're
in.
sticking it in.
Yes,
I
yes,
love
tomatoes,
that. I
all manner
love,
of things.
love that.
This is my personal favorite
There's
way to
seeds
do
in
it.
these, right?
Yes,
So-
these do have pits.
Okay.
And then we're going to
Pits,
use a
I
little
should
bit of
say.
fresh thyme. If you
Okay.
go ahead and help me with that,
Do
we're
we
just
just
gonna,
do that?
Yep, we're just going to
Perfect.
flick it off.
You
and
know,
if the stem makes it into
I
the pan.
grew a lot of fresh thyme last
Yes.
summer, and then I didn't know what to do with it.
It's okay. It's very pretty.
It smells
You can
good
just
too.
look at
It's
it.
pretty. I just looked at it. That's
okay.
right.
Sometimes you just
Okay.
have to look at things.
So maybe 2 or 3 sprigs, but we do
Mm-hmm.
want to remind everybody that the recipe will be on kpts.org under the family dinner table heading, and so you don't have to write any of this down.
Yes, and then we're
so we
gonna-
got some thyme sprigs.
yes, and then over top we're gonna just about a teaspoon of herb de Provence because Provençal chicken.
And you can get
Um,
that at Dillon's or
Dillon's, Whole Foods, honestly, Aldi carries herb de Provence also. The identifying thing about the herbs
But
de
it's
Provence,
called herbs de
it's
Provence.
called herbs de
Okay,
Provence.
so
and
look
the
for
thing
that
that you're
name.
looking for is it has a bit of lavender in it, which will give you just a little floral throughout
cool.
everything you're making.
Okay, be sure and put that in the recipe
Yes,
online too.
will
that
do.
You have to look for something with a little lavender.
Little lavender.
Okay, we
Yep.
got the thyme in
Yep.
there. Is that enough time?
I don't know. Ha 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 ha. Okay.
I'll put a little bit more. Okay,
All
so
right.
now we're cooking this.
Yes.
And these cook for on medium, low. What do you think?
These cook in the pan. We're working with a medium-high heat.
Okay.
To just kind of get everything started, start to get a little bit of transparency on your onions.
Okay.
Because then you know that the flavor is starting to render out of those. Or if you've used garlic, if you prefer garlic, you won't want to add the garlic until a little later, just because of its tendency to scorch in the pan and get bitter.
It does scorch in the pan.
does. It
Why
does.
do I always put it in first?
So you have to kind of put things in the pan in the order that you want them to cook. So you know the chicken's gonna take the longest, the lemon's gonna take the second longest,
Is that
and
how
so
you
forth.
do it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So when you're thinking backwards, whatever cooks the fastest, you put in last.
You know, I'm a good cook. I'm a good Italian cook. I cook a little Lebanese, and I always put the garlic in first. This is the first I've heard, and it always scorched. So I just learned something new.
Now you know.
Thank you very
Aha.
much. Thank you, Katharine.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So we're just looking for some decent color on these chicken thighs, and we're going to flip them over. And then because these are going to go in the oven, you don't need to get these perfectly brown.
But a little bit of brown burnt is good, or
Yeah,
not
just
burnt, but you
not
know what
burnt,
I mean.
but just you're starting to want to get
a
color.
little bit of color.
Yep,
Okay.
a little bit of color on these.
Okay, so you're not going to add any more liquid in this? Is this all the liquid you're going to add?
I'm going to add just a bit of white wine.
White
and
wine.
as a note, I'm just going to use a white wine that I also enjoy drinking. It will inherently give just the best flavor to your wine because
So
if you,
not necessarily a cooking wine, but
cooking wine can be okay for things like braises or things that cook for a long time. But for this, we have so few ingredients. We just really want to showcase the flavor
Is
of
that
each
why?
ingredient.
Okay.
So we have, as you'll see, we have chicken, lemon,
onions, olive. That's it.
and a couple of herbs, fresh,
Right,
and then the herb de Provence, and then a generous dousing
Okay, so that's not a splash.
of this. Well, it's
About a half cup?
It's a splash for each chicken.
Oh,
thigh.
each breast or each thigh. Okay, now I got it.
Yes, and so then we're going to go ahead and cover this
Cover it.
and pop it in the oven. It'll be in at 350. Get my little
Yeah, get your mitt.
mitt.
Because we are going to bring it already out of the oven that we already had cooked. Okay, so pop that in the oven at 350.
going in
and
at 350.
How long does that cook for?
And this is going to cook for about 25.
You can go ahead and bring that one
Okay,
out.
great. 25 or 30 minutes.
25 to 30 minutes.
Which is the perfect
careful, be
amount of time in which to make your crispy potatoes.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Yes. So you're going to cut up your potato.
We also have crispy, what are they called? Crispy
This is
potatoes? Poppers? Is that what you said?
just crispy potatoes.
I thought you said they were poppers or something.
They're not poppers. They're Poppy's potatoes.
Poppy's potato.
Poppy.
Oh, is that
my
your
kids call my dad Poppy, and these are Poppy potatoes. And
Poppy's potatoes?
It doesn't matter if I make them; they are no good
That
if they are
is
not
so
Poppy potatoes.
cool. That's Poppy's potatoes.
Yes.
Poppy has to make them.
Yes.
Okay, this
Yes.
recipe will also be online, but just a
Yes.
quick overview
Yes.
of what is in Poppy's
Yes.
potatoes.
So while you're
Cooking the chicken.
yes, while the chicken is in the oven, you're just going to cut up a potato on the lengthwise,
Slice it.
pretty thin, and you can cook them on the stovetop in a pan. The trick is you put your olive oil in, salt, set the potatoes down, salt again, a little bit of olive oil over the top, and do not touch them.
Don't touch them.
Don't touch them.
Why?
For 7 to 10 minutes, because if you move them around, they'll steam each other.
Oh.
Whereas if you leave them sitting, you'll get this gorgeous, crispy.
So you just
edge
leave
that-
them sitting.
Yes,
You
just
don't,
leave them alone.
even if you want to turn them over, you don't do it
You
yet
don't do
for
it.
7
You don't
minutes.
wiggle them. You just
Gotcha.
leave them alone.
That'll be in the recipe too. She'll
Yes,
have all this
It'll
explained.
say, "Do not
Okay.
wiggle."
May I
the
have a
potato."
taste of Poppy's
You
potatoes?
may
Thank you.
have a taste of
Thank
the
you.
potato.
Oh my gosh. Poppy makes a darn good potato.
does.
Let me tell you.
Yes, but so while Poppy's potatoes are not being touched, you can make a quick vinaigrette with a bit of mustard.
Is that for the Poppy's potato?
This is for just our green salad.
The salad.
To kind of
Gotcha. Gotcha.
round out the whole thing. So you have a bit of a Dijon mustard. Maille is the traditional French mustard.
But any
They have
Dijon mustard will
spigots.
be all right.
At the Maille stores, they have spigots, and you can fill your jar.
What store?
At the mustard store. You can
Where's
just,
the mustard store?
well, you have to go to
Is there a mustard store here?
France. Here you have World Market.
Gotcha. Thank you.
World Market is the mustard store.
But that's from France. The mustard
also
spigot.
yes.
Okay,
Yes.
go ahead.
So we're just going to put some olive oil.
Dijon mustard,
Yep.
and you're good to go.
Yep, olive oil, Dijon mustard, and a bit of the other half of your lemon that you used for the chicken. You're
Okay.
going to use for your vinaigrette, and then you can just use any jar that you have at home.
Yeah, just shake it
And
up.
just-
Perfect.
you
We're
go.
gonna mix the salad in a little bit, but right now, we'll mix it before we go to the table. But
Got it.
right now, we want to see this chicken and see the voila. Whoa.
Voila.
Chicken
Welcome to
Provencal.
France.
Provencal.
Ooh, it's hot.
Why did I do that?
The oven. Girl.
Okay, I'm gonna get this hot pad out of here, over here. That was pretty dumb, Sue. Okay, here we go.
Yes.
Look, oh my gosh, you guys
you
should smell it. It smells so good. Chicken Provencal. And everything's kind of cooked together and the skins are kind of browned and then you got the sauce in here and it smells great.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna go over to the table
go.
and taste it and just have a good time eating this. Okay, so here we are with our multi-tiered French meal. Is that a good way of putting it? Tiered or multi-hourly? Because it's over. We've been here for like 2 hours.
This is your Sunday afternoon.
Sunday afternoon French meal. Because as we told you over there, we have the charcuterie board, which we took advantage of before. And then she cooked up or made this nice salad. We showed you the dressing. Her dressing recipe will also be on the website. But she made some nice salad out of this very simple dressing,
you.
which is just Dijon mustard and olive oil, correct?
Yep, and a little bit of lemon.
And a little bit of lemon. And that's it for the French salad. Isn't that great? And now here is the nice chicken Provencal. If you would
Yes.
put some, and
Absolutely.
Poppy's potatoes.
Poppy's
And
potatoes.
Just a reminder, the reason they're called Poppy's potatoes is because Poppy made them all the time. And what's Poppy's name?
Yes, Poppy's name is Mark.
Poppy Mark.
Yes,
Mark
Poppy.
doesn't go with Poppy. Mark, how
Poppy-
about Marco? Poppy Marco.
Yes, Poppy. No, Poppy's
Poppy
potatoes are something to be reckoned with.
Made these famous potatoes, so her children call them Poppy's potatoes. So that's what
They
they'll
do.
be called on the website as well. Poppy's potatoes,
Yep.
there'll be a recipe for that. And then this lovely chicken Provencal. Say it again.
Provencal.
Provencal. I can say it after she says it. All right, I'm gonna taste this Provencal, this chicken Provencal, which was not hard to make at all. It was pretty easy, wasn't
Yes,
it?
yes.
You fry it up, you put it in the oven, and there you go.
All told, good ingredients go a very, very long way.
Okay. This tastes gourmet, and it's got like 4 ingredients. I don't get that. It's got 4 darn ingredients, and this tastes like gourmet chicken. That is incredible.
Part of that, though, is the quality of the ingredients.
Is it? Mm-hmm. And we've got good
Very
quality,
much.
fresh thyme, and
Yep.
good quality
Fresh
olives.
herbs,
and-
good chicken. Ooh,
Okay, so
we're not suffering.
this is Sunday dinner, so just tell me a little bit about your Sunday dinner that you guys gathered around when you were a child?
Yes, we always celebrated the tradition of the table, and it was daily really, but Sunday
Was special.
The lingering afternoons and the smells coming out of the kitchen, and just the joy of being able to be together. There's always something for someone. With a dinner like this, that if you're not interested in cooking, but you want a little snack of cheese and you want to converse while someone else is occupied with the chicken, great. If you're playing a game, also the cheese.
Come grab a cheese.
Yes.
Right. It's
Yes,
also
but it makes it so that you don't have to wait until you're physically at the dinner table to enjoy the family dinner table. You can start early.
you can start early, and you can start your conversations early,
Yes.
your traditions early,
Yeah.
and socializing early,
Yeah.
and just getting together. It feels so
Yes.
good to get together around
Yes.
food. Well, this
Yes.
is excellent. Thank you so much
Absolutely.
for being with us
Yes.
and bringing with you the family traditions of the Elder family and the Wenzel family together all in one big Sunday French meal. How do you do that? She did it. We want to remind you, as we're toasting, to gather around the family dinner table as often as you can, even if it's only once or twice a week. It's just very important, as you well saw here. It's important to gather because when families come together around the dinner table, families come together. Right, Katherine?
Yes, hear, hear.
Cheers.
The family dinner table is made possible in part by the following.
For 100 years and counting, Dillon's has been a brand name backed with a promise. A promise made to our associates, customers, and communities we serve to be there for you, to share a family meal and to feed the human spirit. We thank you for your support and the wonderful times we have shared. We all have our special memories when we hear the words, "That's my Dillon's."
Offering more than 60 brands to choose from, refrigeration, dishwashers, cooking and laundry to outdoor appliances and grills, Metro Appliances and More has something for every need and every budget. In store or online, Metro Appliances and More.
Coffee, tea, and spices from around the world. Always unique, always the Spice Merchant. Located in the original 1908 Mentholatum building, just 4 blocks east of Washington on Douglas.
McClelland is a proud sponsor of PBS Kansas, specializing in design and installation of audio, video, lighting, and control systems specific to your commercial needs. More at macsound.com. The Culinary Arts program at Butler Community College, where foods of the world, cooking techniques, and exceptional learning create 100% job placement rates for students. Changing lives through cooking. More at butlercc.edu. ABC Fine Wines and Spirits offers a unique winery experience, sophisticated and complex bourbons, and a wide variety of beers. More information at abcdiscountliquor.com.